I'm not providing you nothing, man. Matter of fact, get off my property right now if you don't have a search warrant.
Sir, I'm
asking you nice.
And I was asking you nicely as well.
Hey, sir, all I'm saying, if you don't have a search warrant, paperwork to be on my property, what crime do you suspect
suspect
me of committing?
The only crime that I have right now is y'all failure to identify.
Okay, 38.02, failure to identify. One must already be under arrest for a crime that he has committed. What crime have I committed?
Failure to identify.
No, that's not a crime. That only becomes a crime once one has already lawfully. Be quiet. Let me educate this one. You hear me? Let me educate it. 38.02, failure to identify only becomes a crime when one has already been lawfully arrested for a crime. Let me give you an example, sir, since I don't know who you is. Huh? What am I being detained for? No, but penal code. You got to name a penal code that I've committed. That is the crime. Name a crime that I committed. You hear me? Name a crime that I committed other than being black and walking down this driveway. Hey, shoemaker. Don't do that, brother. Don't do that. Hey, listen.
Why do you think he's here?
Because I'm black and he wants to. You guys got it out for me and wanted to see what was going on. That's what I think. I've done nothing wrong, shoemaker. You know what I'm saying? Me and you never had no words or nothing. I see you pass by, nothing. But what you're doing right now is you're upholding something unlawful and illegal. If you don't know your job, do not continue to, because you're going to be on the next video. And what I'm telling you is 38.02. Baby, come here. Can I Google and show you guys? Okay, I'm finna show you guys, because you're dealing with the wrong one. That's why you guys mad at me, because you won't be able to handle me like you handle the other ones. I'm on top of the game. I know you see the gold teeth and tattoos and immediately think I'm another plain, normal, regular black guy. No, player, wrong one. But let me educate you guys today.
That's all I need to hear. No, player, let me educate you. That shit was beautiful. Hopefully it came through clear. Good morning on the Hap side. Hopefully it came through clear. Tell you, I had to listen to that a third time. That shit right there, a black man knowing the laws, knowing when police fuck with you, whether they can fuck with you or not, is the most beautiful thing. Good morning to the Half Space. Hopefully I'm out here in Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Periscope. Hopefully I'm hitting all the angles today. I appreciate anybody that's going to check in on this. Let me get a bed up under me and shit, because I'm on one today. I am on one today from Microsoft to Microscissions. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know what this is right here. Let's see how this is going to come in. Is it an instrumental? Yeah, as long as it's an instrumental. I can't get, people been sending me music. I can only fuck with the instrumentals. Y'all been sending me stuff with words in it, and it be sounding like I'm talking or yelling over somebody else talking. So I can only, but I appreciate it though. Go try this one today. But yes, good morning, Susan. Knowing whether the police can fuck with you or not all depends on what laws you know. Not the laws they know, because when you watch this video, I posted it. Black man being harassed on his property. When you watch that video, when you know more than the police know, they ain't got shit. And this brother, like he said, gold teeth, braids, whatever he had, it made him look suspicious. And I'm glad he pulled back on the brother shit. Because, see, I'm going to start pulling back on the brother shit. I call everybody brother until you show me that you're not. And sometimes I'll still call you brother, because I got some brothers that I don't fuck with, and they got my blood running through their veins. And I got my blood running through their veins. But we don't fuck with each other, but they still my brothers. So I call everybody brother. I'll call a woman sister. But you know what? All skin folk ain't kinfolk. And he was calling the Latino, the Hispanic, the Spanish-speaking person, brother, the whole video right up until the end. And then he was like, you know what? You ain't my brother. I love that shit. I loved it. He figured out He wasn't his brother. Nah, that's not your brother. Just because they dark like you don't mean they your brother. If they don't stand up for the causes that marginalize you, they not your brother. Just because they got a Black Lives Matter sign in their yard, they wearing Black Lives Matter masks, they got Black Lives Matter bumper stickers, they protest in Black Lives Matter marches, don't make them your brothers and your sisters. What it makes them is, let's see, what does it make them? It don't make them shit. I'm not even gonna spend no time on it. Anybody can say that shit. White people putting Black Lives Matter signs in their windows just so people don't bust out windows in their business. They don't like black people. Think about Linda French over at the Underground Railroad Bar and Grill, also known as Sidetrack Bar and Grill. She got Black Lives Matter signs in her windows, and she hates black people. She marginalizes Spanish-speaking people. She marginalizes Asian people. She sat in front of her staff one day and said, we hired an Oriental. And Oriental ain't been a catchphrase for Asians in 35, 40 years. They hired an Oriental. What kind of rug did you get, bitch? Because that's the only Orientals we talk about now. Yeah. Biggest gonna be biggest. Racist gonna be racist. But the best way for black people to arm themselves is with information. You need to arm yourself with information and know the laws. And when the police start fucking with you, you need to know the law. You had one police officer and one constable, and both of them motherfuckers got sent because they didn't know the law. They just knew how to be race soldiers. They just knew how to be bigots. And then you had one that was a Spanish-speaking motherfucker, Ortiz. He's supposed to be riding with us. He dark like us. He marginalized like us. But you see how they get here and get over on the other side, start fucking with the other team? See? And this ain't got nothing to do with white people. This has to do with white supremacy. Y'all fucking with the wrong one. I loved it. I'm about to educate you. I loved it. And here's another thing that I need too. Black or white, it don't matter. If your man's got it, let your man's have it, ladies. If your man's got it and he's not all out of control and look like he about to get taken down, tased and shot, let your man have it. Don't keep interrupting. Because when you interrupt, then it confuses the situation and they can say you was unruly. They can say y'all were being belligerent. So you let your man have it. Let him do his talking. So if he's articulate enough to get all that out, you just stand back. Stand back and stand by. Because he filming, you filming, that's good. He looking up the information, that's great. They can't say nothing else. But when you running up in his ear and trying to tell him things, they can say that you being belligerent. And then they can do some dumb shit. We feared for our life. They can tase you, pepper spray you, whatever. Say they felt like you was coming at them. No. You stand back and stand by, sweetie. I appreciate what the young lady was trying to do for her man. But what she needs to do is she needs to pull back because her man had it on lock. He had all the information on lock, everything. He knew that was his property. He had every right to be there, and they had no right to be there. I love that shit. So, my day started thinking about white supremacy, of course. And I was thinking about back when I used to have to get a doctor's note when I missed work. I had to get a doctor's note when I missed work. Now, if I'm missing work, I'm missing money. I'm the one that's losing out. I'm losing out on my hourly wage if I was getting one, and I'm losing out on my commissions if I was getting them. And I had more commission jobs than I had hourly jobs. And I hated being away from the house, because if I'm away from the house, it's hard to make a sale when you ain't at the house. But they always wanted me to have a doctor's note as to why I missed work, even though it was only affecting me when I missed work. Nobody had to shut their business down when I had to miss work. So why you need a note from me to miss work? What you should need is a note from my doctor to when I can return to work, when it's safe for me to return to work, not because I miss work. See, that's some white supremacist shit right there. You think about it. Why does an employer need a note from your doctor if you missed out on your money, but they got their money? What kind of oppressive shit is that? You need a note from my physician as to why I'm losing money, why you saving money, and why nobody was hurt in the business. I don't know why I need to give you a note for that, but it's okay for Shannon to return to work on this day. Then you can leave me the fuck alone. Let me go medicate and convalesce and get better. But no, they wanted to marginalize you and tell you you needed a note as to why you missed work. Not when you're going to be able to return to work full strength, healthy, non-contagious. They need to know why you missed work. That's some white supremacist shit right there. So I had that on my mind this morning. I never needed a note when I missed work. I only needed a note when I returned to work. And they didn't even care about a note when I returned to work. They didn't care about when you could return to work. They want to know why you're missing. Because you know why? When you miss work, whoever is your manager, your supervisor, they got to figure out a way to make the other employees work that much harder so they keep the numbers up. That's what they most concerned about. They not concerned about your well-being. They not concerned about whether you went to the doctor or not. They concerned about how they got to make their job a little bit more difficult by making sure that the other people are working efficiently. And see, when I left, because I was such a big presence in the room, not just because of my physicality, not just because of my abundance, I was a big presence in any room that I was in. Because if it had to do with money and sales, they knew if Shannon's not there, there's some sales that ain't gonna happen. We ain't gonna be able to make motherfuckers get more sales. We can only make Shannon get more sales if he's here. So we gonna lose today's sales or tomorrow's sales or whenever Shannon gets back sales. That's why they needed a note. That's why they wanted to know why I missed. And I used to love coming back in the door. Yeah, I was at the so-and-so and at the so-and-so, and I was at the so-and-so and at the so-and-so. And yeah, I got a customer coming in from the doctor's office. I got a customer coming in from this place. I done sold cars to people from the doctor's offices. I done sold cars to people from the pharmacies. Wherever I had to encounter, if I was selling cars back then, I was selling them in the dealership, out of the dealership, in the restaurant, at the nurseries, the schools. It didn't matter to me. I didn't wait for customers to come to the dealership. I went looking for the customers, God damn it. That's what you do as a salesman. No, I'm sorry. That's what you do as a sales professional. See, a salesman just works on the clock. A sales professional, he works all the time, whether he's at the place of business or whatever. That's what a sales professional do. But all they cared about was, why'd you miss? We need a note. We need a note because you missed. You're not paying me hourly. I'm sorry, you're not paying me salary. If you're paying me hourly and I'm not here, you save money. If you're paying me commission only and I didn't make any sales or cost you any business, what does it matter? Why I have a note, why I'm not here. What you need is that note when I come back or when I'm able to come back, if that was the determination. But no, they didn't care about that. They only cared about the fact that their floor was empty. I'm trying to tell you, white supremacy does not just happen because a motherfucker is wearing a white sheet, because he's got a Confederate flag on the back of his vehicle, because, he's a neo-Nazi. They got swastikas tattooed in the side of it. That's not just white supremacy. White supremacy happens in a lot of different ways. And y'all got to figure that out. Y'all got to figure that out. And until you figure it out, you're going to be lost. And I appreciate anybody that pushes this message. I had a couple shares yesterday. I appreciate that. Sharing the message broadens our shit. Period. If I'm saying something right, share it. If I'm not, let me know. Give me a thumbs down. This was a shit show. I don't understand anything you're saying. Let me know how bad it is. Either way, don't just come here in vain. But yeah, that brother right there, shit. I love, because he's from the South. Wherever he's at, he's in the South. He said something about Maryland. I don't know exactly where Maryland is, but he's in the South. And when you hear a brother talk like that, and he's got the Southern dialect, and some of the shit was a little bit broken up, you can tell he might have not been scholastically smart, but he done read some shit. He done been around the block a few times. He was not to be fucked with. And that was a beautiful thing. So yeah. If you work for somebody and they're more concerned about why you missed versus when you're going to be healthy and going to be able to come back, that's not the right employer for you. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's 2021. If a motherfucker only cares about that you missed and you need an excuse to come back, but what about the way I was feeling? What about my condition? What about my work constraints? What about all that? They don't care about all that? You at the wrong company. Let me just let you know. If they only want an excuse as to why you missed, but they don't want an explanation as to when you can come back, fuck them. You need to find another job, because they're going to let you go soon enough. Yes. Oh boy, he should have stayed. Looks like this kid Franz Wagner is leaving. You know, and it was crazy. Before I started this video, I put in my hashtags white athletes, because I wanted to talk about the white ball players that are coming out of school early. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see white underclassmen come out after their freshman year, their sophomore year, after their junior year. I love it. I love it. Because they only want to make black players look like they come out, like they just take that jump to college to jump to the pros. No, white players do it. They do it all the time. But they don't talk about it. Because the white players, when they come out, A lot of them ain't coming out for financial reasons. The reason the black players got to come out quicker is because their families on their knuckles and they trying to become the first breadwinner in their family. They ain't really ever had a breadwinner in their family. A lot of black families, when that athlete makes it to the pros, he becomes the first breadwinner in their family. They've had plenty of bread losers, but they ain't had a real breadwinner. And so when that athlete jumps and goes pro and gets that $1 million signing bonus, he now is a breadwinner. But see, when the white athletes come out because they're like, man, I really didn't have school on my mind. It wasn't that their family needed the money. I love seeing Mitch McGary not take that suspension when he was in Michigan because he was going to get a suspension for smoking weed. I love seeing him just say, fuck it, I'm just going to go pro. His family didn't need the money. Mitch was good. But he went pro because he was like, fuck it, I really don't want to be here at school anyway. I just want to play ball and smoke weed. I was happy to see him leave. I was happy to see any of these underclassmen leave, white or black. Go out there and get your money. You worked all your life to go get the money. You didn't work all your life just for that degree. You can come back and get that degree. You can go out there and get broke up, get fucked up, don't make it. You can come back and get your degree. But you stay one more year to get your degree and then get your leg fucked up, then you can't get drafted. Now what? Okay. Appreciate anybody in the half space this morning. Appreciate anybody on the book. YouTube. I be catching them views on YouTube, and I don't even know. It'll be a few of them, but they say I gotta really start incorporating all that shit to YouTube. Say the YouTubers say I gotta kind of get in line formatically with that, and I will. But because I'm doing them in the car and I be on the move and shit, I don't be thinking all about that. And like I said, I'm just not trying to draw donations. I'm trying to draw the collective because I'm trying to get us gathered up because Dr. Darity is on the scene and all these other political soldiers is about to band up. I'm speaking it into existence. We seeking repair. We seeking reparations. But the only way we're going to get that is with the collective. I hate this motherfucking closed caption shit on my phone. I got to get rid of this because it don't say half the words that I say correctly. Unless I just don't say the words correctly. I don't know. Uh-oh. Yeah. Microsoft to Microscission. Just had a little discussion about this on a couple other posts. Y'all do know what a microscission is, right? You know what Microsoft is? Yeah, Microsoft. Bill Gates and his wife didn't make it. After 27 years, Bill Gates and his wife didn't make it. Now, we had already seen the Bezos break up. Now we got the Gates. Who in the hell left the gates open? Somebody just said, do you think she'll marry again? I absolutely think she'll marry again. If she don't marry again, she's going to have one hell of a side piece. But I think she'll marry again. I think she wants to be happy. I really want to see who the weird one is. Because I don't know if Bill's been ahead of all this bullshit or if she's been ahead of all this weird shit that they've been doing over the years. Now it's about to really come out. We about to see who the real mad scientist of that family is. Was Bill about computers and she was about all this other shit? Or was she about this other shit? And yeah, we about to see. We gonna learn today, tomorrow, and the next day. Yes, sir. Microscission. That's a separation. That's a separation. Having a microscission. She not just gonna come for half his money. That's dumb. That's the short game. She gonna get her bread. She knows she got bread coming. She already make her own bread. But she not coming just for his bread. She not coming. That's the short game. Melinda's playing chess here. Long game. They got kids and all that shit, you know. She don't need to just cut away and break away. No. Make sure everybody's straight. Don't nobody need nobody to put nothing on it. The gates is straight. I will refuse to feel sorry for the gates. They good. Like a motherfucker. So yeah, man, if you working a job and they need an excuse as to why you missed work, that's not the company for you. If they're not just concerned about when you can come back, what's wrong with you on your behalf, I'm telling you, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Start looking. Get on Indeed. So yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here. I just needed to get that in. I want to dig more into this whole Bill Gates. They said some other shit came up. I ain't heard about it yet, but some shit came up. So I want to find out. I want to know who the weird one is. If they've been doing this weird shit together, or I want to know. They want to change the earth. Are they doing this as a couple? Is this Bill or is this her? She gonna have to sign an NDA because she know too much shit. Bill gonna have to shut her down early. He gonna have to shut Melinda down early. She can get out here and do her thing, but she ain't gonna be able to talk about Bill like that. There won't be no talk show circuit and all that because she just as marketable as Bill. If she does talk shows, she does interviews, it'll be with Oprah. And is Barbara Walters still living? It'll be with all them. She won't be on The View. She won't be on The Real. She'll do the big ones. She probably got a Netflix deal already. What up, Free? I'm going to shut this one down because we got to get back at it. I saw that about Roberto Alomar. I'd really like to know what them allegations are. Latino's having a time today and yesterday, obviously. You got to see that video that I put on my post. This brother knows his shit. And it's unfortunate that it was a Hispanic. He called him something else in the video. I'm not going to call him that because they'll take me off the air again. But if you watch the video, you can see what he called him. Because he called him brother the whole video. And then he said, goddamn, you ain't my brother. You ain't my brother. I loved it. I fucking love it. If they don't love us, we don't love them. We're going to stop all that shit. That's why we got to stop it politically with the Democrats. The Democrats don't love us. So we can't love them. It's all good. Politics are not about emotion. It's about exchange. And what kind of exchange has the Democrats had with us since we voted them in the House? Since we voted them in the Senate? Since we voted them in the White House? What kind of exchange have we had? All we've gotten is bullshit. No resources, no access, no executive orders, nothing. It's okay. I've been studying independent candidates, studying Green Party shit. Yeah, I'm good. By 2022, I know I'll be voting. Sure will. But yeah, we're going to jump back on here in a bit. We will. And it's that skipping the beat made my thoughts skip. I'm going to text you something in a minute, Free. We got to check into something. But y'all be good. Peace and love. Oh, yeah, I got to go. Like they said, something happened at the city council meeting last night. I got to go listen to that. That's what I'm going to turn on. I'm not going to listen to the playback or nothing. I'm going to listen to this goddamn city council meeting and figure out what happened last night. Said it got crazy up in the deuce. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. All right. See you in a minute. One love.